Hi. I
Hello,
am.
everyone,
Hi,
and who is
everyone.
ever going to be tuning in. So, how are you doing today?
I am doing the fantastical. I'm
Okay,
actually.
so listen, I love the answer. I love that answer, but you got to tell me. You got to get there's an experience behind this, so I want to hear the experience.
Well, it's been pouring outside, and I walked in the rain, and I am still drenched. And just got changed. My
Yeah.
inner child is really happy. I had a blast. The
Oh,
whole park to myself.
yeah. Well, and it's brought an energy. So this is awesome because excellent, excellent. No, nothing like a walk
No.
in the rain. And it's as I was saying to you,
Yeah.
it's letting that inner child come out, and
Yeah. And jumping in the
experience.
puddles. Like, I don't care. Like, it was so good.
Well, I'm
So, yeah,
happy for
here you
you.
go. How are you?
Yeah. Oh, I'm excellent. I'm excellent. I'm sitting here and I'm sitting when you say, "How are you?" The sun pops out and there's different variations of green around me. And I guess,
Yeah,
the
I like
conversation
that.
as much as I'm looking forward to the conversation today, um, it might be challenging in some aspects because,
Yeah,
it's a bit personal in some aspects. But I think that, what, I'll be speaking many women's stories. We'll be speaking many women's stories. So,
for sure.
yeah,
I had my fair share of hair issues. It doesn't seem like it, but seriously, we all
yeah,
do, like you said,
yeah, yeah,
from
yeah,
time to
yeah,
time. So
yes.
really looking forward to this conversation. Let's go.
So let's go. So, you know, this conversation, I tell you, you're definitely self-inspired. Um, because I've had my own hair journey and hair loss journey, and you know, it it's been a challenging time, because as I mentioned in one of my previous videos, because I talked about the hair issue, especially that amongst Black women, because we Black women have probably experienced, and I'm going to just reiterate this from because I talked about this, as I said in a previous video a while back, but we have experienced the largest assault, and that being on just our hair alone. And then
Mm,
I think that we have went on to do our own abuse because of, programming, programming, um, and it's definitely tied to your image and self-esteem, because at the end of the day, I think self-esteem is probably one of the biggest factors of what it is that I see going on in terms of Black women hair issues, and we'll talk about that as we go through. I'll just, but as I said, going back to my journey in that hair loss, starting, geez, I was in my 40s, early 40s, when, my hair started to really thin in the front.
mm,
And just to give you a an idea of some of my hair journey. Like, you know what? I went through processing my hair with what they call straighteners, which is what you call a chemical, which is you're putting a chemical on your hair. So obviously you are stripping your hair, even though you're getting this straight result. But what are you putting in your hair? So after doing that and then not wanting to do that, switching over to But you see, a lot of people doing that was braids. And then
Mm,
when I started with braids, I wore braids for a very long time. But once again, um, if you're doing something like that all the time, then you're putting tension around certain areas of your hair. And some of it was the edges, because that's where I had a lot of my hair loss happening between my edges. And as I said, from a bad weave, because that's another thing that I did was weave my hair. Anyways, which
mm,
put really bad tension because it was put in too tight. And then I ended up losing hair in that spot of where it was too tight because after no blood circulation, and that's how tight it was. But
mm,
after no circulation for a long period of time, that the hair would not grow back because there was a scar and all of that that was left. But going through that journey and then not even being able to wear my own hair because of hair damage. So I resorted to wigs. And then you know what? You start wearing wigs. And here's what you're doing, you're covering up your hair. And every time, you know what, I walk into the room, you know, um, it's not the full presence of me that was walking in that room. So henceforth, you know, um, to the point of where we are at today, and you see where I just shaved down. Hello, 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 solo Pearly. Hello, welcome to the
welcome.
conversation. Hello, thanks for the hearts. Thank you. But you know, there came a point, and I had a variations, as you see through a lot of my videos, that you know what, all of those are different wigs, and I mean, I'm very outright. Everybody knows it's a wig because I've let you know that it's a wig. And I've also let you know what my issues are. So that's the reason why I was wearing the wig. But I didn't want to wear the wigs no more. I wanted to be
Yeah.
free. And I wanted to walk into the room me. And at some particular point,
Mm,
there was something that was stopping me doing that. And I knew it had to do with me. It had to do with what I was feeling. So I had to look at myself. And
mm,
so here it is. So, you know, and I'm loving it because it has been one of the most freeing things that I think that I've done. And I know I needed to do this for my journey, for my journey. So I know that my journey is speaking the journey of so many of my sisters who are experiencing a lot of hair loss,
mhm,
opting for the wig or the whatever it is. And I'm listen, I'm saying do what you need to do
mm,
to get where you need to be. This is where I am at today. This is where I am at today. I understand where you are at though, but at some particular point in time, for me, along my journey of becoming my authentic self, the fucking wig had to come off. I had to walk into the room. And then I realized through all the time that that wig controlled so much of, of my fucking existence. Well, not my existence, but you know what? So much of what I did. Well, yeah, if you know, you know. To my sisters out there, you know. And I know that some of you, you've got mates that have not even seen your hair because you're going from a weave. And if you know what, from the weave to the wig until you can get back to the weave, because that's the relationship that you're having with your hair. And then there are some of you that you got hair and you're still putting on the fake hair, and I don't get it. I don't get it. But you know what? Once again, you got to do you. So this is not no place of judgment. But anyways, this is the conversation, and it's not just about hair. Because hello, Susan G. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. This is just certainly not about hair because we could be talking about nails because I don't know how many people are wearing fake nails today. And like I say, do you, but dear God, what happened with what's wrong with your just your own nail? When did we not become okay? And where I'd like to see black women get to, and I see we're getting there because a lot of black women today are embracing their natural, and some are rocking what I've got, and some are just rocking their natural and letting it do what it's doing. It's beautiful because you've been a part of my inspiration. So, anyways, uh, if it's not nailed, you know what? We're putting something in our butts because you know what? All of it is to either be accepted or what you want to be somebody else, you know, or you. We can do better, is what I'm trying to say. We can do better because I'll tell you something. If it comes to the particular place of damage, if you are actually doing damage, and for me, that one's coming up right up in here. When I think of the assault I put on my own hair, to be acceptable walking into somebody else's room, mm-mm, I'm good. And I'm
Yeah.
saying at some particular point, my dear sisters, we must examine why we do this. And we got to look at the pain because it is coming from a painful place. Hello, Nina. Getting a BBL is just as invasive as open heart surgery. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah. And you know, the
What
thing of it
what's
is
a what's a BBL?
injecting shit in your ass to make your ass look bigger. That's the best
Oh,
explanation. Would I be correct? That's a BBL, right? Yeah, it is. So you know what? It's like when did your own butt not be okay? When did it not be okay? When did we not become okay with being everyone is different? When did we become so commercialized?
yeah.
You can see why Spirit is saying no. You got to get back to yourselves because you know what? You all fucked up. Seriously.
I
Wow,
feel
I did
so
not know that
much.
this one was going to take me here today. But you
But
know
there is
what?
so
I'm
much
so glad that we're having
sadness.
this conversation.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. I wish I could give you a hug. It's really sad. And this
It
there's
seems like
grief there
all I can
too.
do is cry in the damn lives lately. Like, what the hell?
Do
What the hell?
just keep doing you. Like what's the problem?
Oh, shit.
Hi mom, if I didn't say hi. And welcome Suzanne, Untouchable 9167. Um, hope you're well.
You're doing it all for a male gaze. Oh my
You know,
God, that's so true. That is so true. For a
I don't
male
know.
gaze.
Is it? Is
Well, for some, well, that's what,
well, I
you
do know
know.
like male-centered women. Yeah, I'm very well aware of that. I don't think we do it very consciously. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Sometimes it's a norm depending on where you grew up, especially like we talked about colored women or black women, right? Especially.
Mhm.
they have their own set of challenges and um, repressive history regarding their body image altogether. And there are sometimes I've always questioned, like, why do we want to ask bigger? We're just copying black women, because they naturally have the curves and they naturally have the bust.
Can I
and
just say this? I'm gonna say this.
and I'm just
That
like,
if
and they
black
naturally are
women,
tanned, so we just sit there and tan ourselves, because that's something I realized when I moved out of India. Like, where is that coming from? We are and also
if
that the
black
wig
women
that
were to sit and
the
think about
yeah,
how
and
much
all
the world wants to be
yeah,
like you will stop trying to be like
yeah.
other people.
It's like it's very what is that called? The reverse psychology.
Hmm.
Because when you watch historical dramas, like period dramas, you'll see like they're wearing the whole getup, and that big ass costume is like you're mimicking black
Yeah,
women. Like, what are you? What
yeah,
is that? There is no
yeah.
actual reason or rationale behind those dresses, other than you're trying to copy somebody. And those curls, like those
Or
wigs that
or the lips.
royals or the royals used to wear, the same thing. It's like that's my research thing.
I'm telling you.
And it depends from culture to culture, but yes, I feel like growing up in India, I did not encounter a lot of black people, but when I moved to the States, I did recognize a lot of racism. um what is that called? My brain fart now. Like they are marginalized. It's
Yes,
and their history is dark, and they're still fighting for the basic stuff, and there's so much addiction, there's so many issues. And I think body image, I think there's a deeper root or deeper cause for that. Like, when you can't find ways to value someone, you'll start looking at their physical attributes.
yes,
That's very
yes.
dark psychology, but I think that's what is going on. Like, ways to make you feel, yeah, just push. Like, your history is pretty dark, and it's not
Well, you know what?
easy.
What they've done throughout history is
It's
they've
not easy.
always tried to make us inferior.
Yeah,
Inferior hair, inferior body, inferior by promoting, they promoting our lips is
exactly.
something negative, our noses is something, and this is
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying is that you know what, and I just want to repeat this, that
Yeah,
if black women, and this is not for all, because I know a lot who, you know what, they know what time it is. You do not need to tell them who they are. They know who they are. They are not trying to represent like somebody else. But I'm saying that for a bulk of us, Jesus Christ, get to know thyself. Get to
yeah,
love yourself, because I'm going to tell you something. The person that you are trying to be like, for every wig and all of that, they want to be like you.
right,
Jesus. So you need to ask yourself, what is it inside you?
right.
You got some it factor to you. And no, I didn't even know where this one was going, but no, you have to pull it that hard, because you know what? And I can. I can. I see you. I see some of my sisters, and I
And also,
also
like,
see the ones
yeah,
that you know what, who have come to know thyself,
right.
and who could probably be sharing my story today. Solidarity.
it's important what you said. Getting to know yourself is the single most empowering thing you can do, because we continue to fight for our rights or for all that stuff, but it's still coming from a place of pain. And of course there is a legit
Mhm.
reason for it, but I feel like continuing to feed into the norms that were created from distorted consciousness will create distorted results. That's what is
Yes,
happening.
yes,
um and I know like history rubs off for like their long-term side effects, right? Intergenerational side effects, but like you said, getting to know yourself is the most like best thing you can do for yourself, because I have my own share of experiences very similar to yours, because
yes,
remember like a lot of people came in and took over India and for centuries and centuries, and the recent
yeah,
one was Britishers, and there was like they used to write board. I'm just giving an example. They used to write boards like no dogs and Indians allowed. Like there was so much
oh
similar to
my
what black
God,
people went through.
they did the
So
same thing.
so Indians, I'm not saying everyone, have internalized racism. I grew up being fed that white skin, fairness creams are better. So much of my energy went in that. I used to hate my hair like
Yeah,
for the longest time because they were
mm,
not straight. They were
yes,
not
yes,
European.
yes,
And I did
yes,
not have European skin, and all that's like hatred for my body. I'm not even kidding.
yep, yep, yep.
And staying away from the sun.
And what was it? Programming.
It's
Programming.
programming. It still exists, by the way.
Programming.
And that body hair, women cannot have body hair. Like, what the fuck? Like, it's your choice.
Yes,
And if you're doing it for men, a man who actually loves you won't give one fuck about it. I'm just saying,
that's right.
it's only the people who actually are, what is the word? Lusting over you
Mm,
that go there. And there
mm,
is no end to it. You'll always find someone better. So I don't know.
yep,
Does that help? Like, that's something we need to introspect, like you said, and really sit with ourselves and ask those questions. um, where does my self-worth comes from? And I am from a Punjabi background. Like, we get a lot of body hair,
yes,
and I get a lot of hair on my face, on my like my I'm a hairy person, but like
yep,
I it was such it was like you said, such a burden on my psyche for such a long time. Where is that coming from, by the way? Why are we thinking all of this? Like, why are we not thinking about the stuff that actually matters? You see what I mean?
and how
These are
much
the
of
things we cannot change. Like, this is how we are made. Like, how can you know what I mean?
I was thinking too when you were mentioning all those things, those list of
Yeah,
things, how much of all of that were you taking into a room when you entered into a room?
exactly.
Subconsciously, you know what I mean?
It
And how did it make you
stems.
perform or
Hmm.
show up? And what did you do? You
By the
know?
way, I just want to mention, I think it's also a gender issue. I have not seen men being so what is it, detesting almost on their body image. They are hairy,
Hmm.
like they have so many things, like they don't care. They show up like who they are. They have been bald. Alopecia is such a common thing. Like, don't nobody cares.
Yes, yes,
Why
yes.
only women?
Well,
Why are
you
women
know,
supposed to have beautiful hair? I'm just saying, like,
hmm, hmm, hmm. Once again, what is promoted? What is promoted? Because don't get me wrong. Listen, I understand the
yeah,
significance and the power to our hair,
of course.
especially as melanated women and men. That is our fucking antennas. And when I
Right.
think of the assault that I have put on my head and on each follicle of my head and hair, and the disrespect. No, seriously,
Mm,
seriously, that's how deep it goes for me. So, you know, those tears that I was shedding earlier, it
yeah.
goes that deep for me, that deep for me. So, you
Yeah.
know what? I do not want anything that's going to prevent me from connecting with my divine source. That's where I'm at today. So, wow, wow, I'm happy for this conversation.
Isn't that true? Like,
Mm,
growing up, like women would, like girls, not women, girls in school used to like straighten their hairs and get those treatments done. Like, we
mhm,
didn't have money. Like, what?
mhm,
I wouldn't even
mhm,
dream of doing that stuff.
mhm,
And I remember like unconsciously, I would like love to like copy and stuff. And when I could afford it, I did get a straightener, but like intuitively I felt like this is just shitty. Like you do it and then what for? And as an
mhm.
Aquarius, I guess it was like, I'm not doing this. Like I'm not spending my energy on this. I don't care. And I
No,
just gave it away. I did try it, but like that's something you need to like if you have building that relationship with yourself where you start to question, like, if you're doing something, why are you doing it? And is it worth it? Do you want to do it? Like I don't think there's anything right or wrong here. It's about you, and it's about what makes, yeah, why are you doing what you're doing? If it, you
but you
know,
know, here's what I'm going to say though. If you
yeah.
were around people
Oh,
who
yeah,
were saying things like, "Oh, you
that's
know,
true.
um,
Yeah,
I don't, oh, that they're not embracing you, trying to embrace your natural,
yeah,
and if they are giving you, because this often happens in the black community, often
that's
happens in the
true.
black community, and it's not just within the black community, but it's also, you know what, it happens outside. Because I have
No,
had
absolutely. Yeah,
my whole point, but if you're giving a negative response when you are wearing your natural, as opposed to when they see you in uh, your wig or your weave or your, that's leaving an impression there that you got to deal with, and how you going
yeah,
to receive that. And
yeah,
oftentimes it's those comments that are making you put on the wig.
that's true. That's true.
And so once again, it is coming
100%.
right back to your own self, your own self-esteem, and how you gonna deal with that. And I'm speaking it because you know what? Fuck yeah. I'm telling a part of my own story.
Yeah.
I know how deep it
Mm,
goes, but you
mm,
must do the fucking self-reflection. You gotta, we gotta start self-reflecting. Fuck. Half of our signals is being cut off because you know what? You're wearing somebody else's hair. Because
mm,
you know, human hair is the best thing. Well, you know what? Human hair carries energy. So that means you're carrying the hair of some dead person on your head, or someone who got rid of their hair because you know what? It's of their culture to get rid of the hair so that you're getting rid of all the bad karma or all the bad bullshit. So that hair ends up on your head. So all the bullshit that they got rid of, now you're wearing that energy on your head. Just something to think about. I'm just saying.
yeah. That's true.
And then you know what? We're wondering why sometimes we're not moving forward and we're staying in a.
Yeah.
And you know what? I don't. This is, listen. This is not
Oh my
judgment,
God.
but this is, you know what? This is some mother talk.
No, it's your experience too.
This is
Yeah.
not judgment, my sisters. I know your story, and I know we're not all wearing the same story. But fuck, if you're looking at it so prevalent in one race, in one area of people, okay, I'm just saying. That's not saying that white people don't wear wigs. That's not saying that white people don't wear uh, 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 extensions. All that. I'm not saying that. You know that, and I know that. But you also know what I'm saying. And that's for anybody that is comes in and they start to view this video. Don't come for me
You know,
because I'm not.
it's
This is not a place of attack. This is coming from my
no.
soul.
I think we are at we are, these times are like, if you even express how you feel, people feel attacked, and that's something for them to think about.
You want
It's
to
fine.
read some of the comments, Ravneet? Because people have been commenting.
Hatred comes. Hold on. Let me see. Let's- Hollywood. Well, the global cinema in has a big part in how most people see themselves. They kind of set a standard, and I've been told so many times, because everybody, like, this is my natural hair, but like everybody straightens their hair here, and it's such a norm that at times, or color their hair or make it like European, all of that. My mother has told me so many times to straighten my hair, color my hair. I'm like, oh, this is my natural hair. I keep it like it is. And
Your
again,
hair
that
is
is because,
beautiful.
yeah, and I take so much care of them. And that's, again, it's your personal preference, but like, I don't rely on anybody outside. I don't even buy anything that is advertised or many people use. I create my own, but that's a relationship you build with yourself.
Yes,
Like, I could feel like I'll destroy my hair if I go down the path of straightening and then the treatments and all of
yes,
that.
yes, yes,
That
yes.
discernment has to be built within you, right? But you're
And
right. If
it
you're
is a
around people,
relationship. You just said it.
it's a
The
relationship.
relationship.
It's a
And I just want you to think about this because you know what? You built that relationship over that period of
I think
time.
we maintain. It's almost like we feel like, oh yeah, whatever. We really
Now,
don't care enough.
if you are wigging, weaving, braiding, how much of a relationship are you having with your natural hair? I'm just saying.
Yeah. Don't follow trends. Follow your discernment. Follow your true self, how you feel alive. And I don't know how it can look the same for everyone. That's something I always question. Like, I have been a lone wolf that way. I don't surround people around myself who are kind of that herd mentality.
I set
I
my
don't know
own
how.
home.
I don't know. Like, to me, authenticity is the most important thing that I seek in my connections. And so
Yeah,
there's no way they're going to be all the same. I'm just saying.
yeah.
Okay. Doing it all for the male gaze. Hatred comes from fear. Hatred comes from fear. Yeah. Hatred comes from fear. I don't know what the context was, but
It's like every other sentence.
okay, I'll share my journey. Like, I had lost most of my hair when I moved to the States.
Yeah.
I had much more hair than this. Okay. This is much better, but like, I like this much. I had lost all of my hair because of the stress, the 9 to 5, the anxiety, and the environment. So definitely, um, something that sometimes it's not just, we kind of try to think it very linearly, like, oh yeah, maybe it's the hair. It's not about the hair, it's about the environment, the emotions, like what's, the people around you, the job that you do, maybe. So there, that we kind of try to fix it, I think, through our body,
Yeah.
image
Yeah.
when the issue is somewhere else. And we
Oh,
try to internalize all of that stress on ourselves, trying to look perfect, perfect hair, perfect nails, perfect this, perfect that, perfect ass. Even like working out and stuff, I think I have done all of this. So that's why I can talk. I know what is going on when we do all of this. We try to perfect our body when the issue is somewhere else.
yes. Yes.
Um, for the first couple of moments, I thought the younger lady was American, good accent, but she slips up every other sentence, so definitely Indian. Um, Nice nonetheless, an old lady, and I feel like one should learn a lot from her. Okay, but yeah, absolutely. There are so many people like it's not just about body image. I think we try to put people into boxes based on the way they look, the way they talk, the way they present themselves, which is like, what are you trying to do here? What are you
Yes.
trying to do? Like, if I sit here and I sit and judge you, what am I trying to do here? I'm making a fool of myself. Because the whole point of all of this is to sit and reflect on our own lives and learn from each other. That's it,
Do you
right?
know, I was sitting here and I was thinking, when I
What
look
are we
out
trying to
and
do?
I think, when I see, and I'm talking about the collective right now,
Hmm.
and I see people saying, you know what, I'm an individual. This is my individuality. And really, that individuality is looking like everybody else's individuality.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know what?
Oh my God, I'm
Whether it's
sick of it.
tattoos, whether it's piercings, and I'm not, listen, I'm not against any of it. Do you understand what I'm saying? But here's what I'm, here's, because I say, do you, but looking for your individuation, looking like everybody else. I'm my own whatever, and yet you think you're unique, looking like everybody else.
I don't know. I don't know
Can
what are we
pick up a
trying to do
dozen
here.
of you that look all the same. Anyways, yeah. So big ups
Oh
to
God.
the individual that, you know what, they're really rocking their individual self, Um, and they're out there. They're out there. But in a sea full of of clones.
Yeah, it's so fucking boring to me.
Yeah.
I cannot hang out with people who are not themselves. I can smell it. I'm like, just, and I think it really, I feel like people who we surround ourselves with are a part of how we feel about ourselves. They are an extension of you. We don't realize that. We do not. We underestimate. It's like, like that whole cliche. It might sound very cliche, but it's like when you see a woman, you can see the man
Yes.
she's
Yes.
with. It's like
Yes.
that. It's like when
Yes.
you see someone, you can see the friends or like you can really see her,
Within the
them
group, they're
mirrored in
all
her.
affirming one another,
Yeah.
and they're affirming one another's what?
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
Exactly. And I feel like we are, and maybe because we have full moon in Aquarius, I think like, and I keep thinking about this, I think we are going, all of this hierarchy, all of this bullshitry system that we have built
Hmm.
because we are trying to kind of protect the history rather than being true to ourselves is going to fall apart. Everything is going to fall
Well,
apart.
that very history that they are trying to protect is it's so filled with lies, and we've been programmed with the
Yeah.
lies. So the
It doesn't
product,
make any sense.
why do you think they're trying to protect it? Because the very things that we just talked about today, about discounting something crazy.
And most of us know that, like the oldest, if you really map your DNA back to couple thousand years, it's all coming from Black women. We all came from Black women. So I don't know what are we talking about. Like I seriously feel like because we are so focused on 3D and trying to make ends meet and trying to just survive, we have lost that connection to
Mm,
ourselves
mhm,
and where we come from. And that's our ancestors, which is what the religion was in the past. You know
mhm.
what I mean?
Yes, yes, yes,
Like all that
yes.
movies, Avatar and stuff, it's all like even Mexican cultures, for example, you know, they connect with ancestors. I know South Koreans also do. Indians also have certain sect also have that. I'm just saying, I think, yeah.
And if you, that's the thing that, well, no, I, that's my problem with religion of today, depending on what that religion is they look at the connection with your ancestors as being something from the, you know, that is demonic, or they look at it from a negative stance. So, as you said, getting away from it, we need to get back to that, and we need to start acknowledging it because, you know, uh,
Yeah.
so that we don't continue to make some mistakes. And knowledge is power too.
Yeah, I was talking to a friend the other day and I was about the same topic, excuse me, and it was like, we in this day and age, we think like we're so advanced and like, oh my
Hmm.
God, we know everything and we can just
Hmm.
Google it.
Hmm.
But people in the past also had brains and also had intelligence and built universities and did researches and built trigonometry. I'm just saying, built so much that people of today even like question where's that coming from, the whole like the structures that they built. So there was we need that. What are we talking about? Like there was a lot of wisdom in the people from the past, and how, again, like you said, we have just demonized that whole Christian
And when you think
version
about the
of,
pyramids and all the
yeah, the symmetry and the whole, yeah, there's so much
yes.
to talk about there. Yeah, I think I really feel that where there's a lot of trauma, and I can be wrong, but based on my understanding, where there's a lot of trauma and unprocessed trauma is where there's a lot of focus on the physical.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
we don't have any other nuance or um, capacity to go deeper than that. So we kind of focus it fully on the physical.
And when I think of my community, definitely it's in a handed down trauma
Right.
throughout the generations, you know? Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, even now, it's like, even in my community, it's so shallow. Oh my God, we are so shallow. And that tells me everything I need to know about how conscious we are, how much development we have done internally. Yes, externally we have money and we have financial success, but like that is
Because,
very
we talk
different.
about the raising of the vibration. That's the reason for this discussion.
Yeah.
And you're on your journey of
Yeah.
healing.
I'll be right back.
And hair is so connected to our emotions. And if suppressed, and which often is, because the emotions that are tied to that hair are coming from and are attached to traumas, and traumas that we have not talked about, you don't reach your next level. until you deal with that.
Yes, that's true.
And so that's why I think there's an importance to have this conversation.
But when we talk like that, I feel like we almost there are inbuilt systems and structures
And
um that actually keep us in survival mode, are built to keep humans in survival mode where they can just barely have time to just eat and sleep for 8 hours. 8 hours, I'm just saying. I think there's a lot that's going on
yes.
that is supposed to keep our vibration low and keep our consciousness stuck in
No,
just
you did not say anything
physics.
wrong. You know what? We were just sometimes we get off track, and if we start reading the comments, I see that you've been commenting. Very interesting conversation. I thought she was coming back.
Oh
Beginning
no,
to think I
just
was
have it back.
beginning to think I said something wrong. No, no,
No.
you didn't say anything wrong. But you know what?
Um,
You've been commenting a lot. It is. We're talking about hair and how it's tied to your image, which is often tied to your self-esteem.
it's so interesting. This whole yeah, like in
Image,
the in
period.
was that
I was just thinking image, period, because as I'm talking about hair, it's not just hair. When you think of like we talked about BBLs, which is a big problem. I do think it's a problem. And when I sit there and I think about the number of people with nails, all these fake nails. One thing if you're wearing your own nail, but and I'm sitting there, who benefits? Listen, no
that's true?
shade to any of the
I
nail tech.
wondered because
No,
they're
no.
dead, really. They're just dead,
Yeah.
right?
Well, you're putting something
But
synthetic on, but anyways, I'm saying
no,
that,
but
you know
like,
what?
yeah,
Gee, can
yeah.
we do better? Can we do better? Yes, I'm calling for something better. I am calling for something better because I think that, you know what, it's
I,
just out of control.
I don't know. I think there are different sides to this topic because women used to wear accessories, and all of this was part of bringing her feminine side out.
Mhm, mhm,
That I think
mhm,
that was the point.
mhm.
And I think we have shunned feminine, and we are so much into patriarchy that it kind of was actually demonized almost, and women now dress up like men. I'm just saying we are
Everything
trying
just
to
went like
just
this.
get rid.
Flip.
Yeah.
Men became women. Women want to become more like the man. Whether
And
that's in the thinking.
that's why we have so many more issues in gender, because we have that there's no
Mhm,
polarity. I'm just
mhm,
saying
mhm,
we messed up the energies, polar
mhm.
energies. Mm, that's a separate topic. But all I'm trying to say, I think when you were saying, I think the reason or the point was to kind of women bring kind of devoting or they're bringing their feminine side out. That was the
Yeah.
point.
Yes.
Right now, I don't know what we're trying to do. I don't know.
Well, I think
I
we're,
don't know
we're
what
just
we're doing.
well, we're just making points right now in in their touchy points because you know what, when you start dealing with somebody's image, and I already know that, when you start talking about hair, nails, and lashes, and these are all extensions of self now, because we're not talking about anybody's natural. Not today. Not today. Today
Where
we're
is that
putting
coming
on.
from? I'm not
We're
sure.
putting.
I think
This is
we're just
what I'm.
copying each
This is.
other.
I'm
I think
just
we're just
saying.
copying each other.
Oh my goodness gracious! Image, 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 image. And I just say, you know what? Are you enough? And great, do it sometimes, but can you walk out without them? Whether that's your nails, whether that's your eyelashes.
Oh, I want to talk. Okay, there's another loop that's coming in my head. There's a
Hmm.
thing called glamour magic. I don't know how much you know about this, but I understand that the way you present yourself,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
that's why we had masks in different cultures, because when you wear that mask, you bring out that energy, right?
Yes. Hmm.
And when you wear a certain costume, you bring out that energy. And I think that's why we dress up unconsciously, and it's all in the unconscious now. But
Hmm.
the way we
Hmm.
dress up bring out that energy, even the colors, the patterns, art we surround ourselves with, it's just another adornment in a way, and it brings out that side of us. I think that's the point, but I think that most of us are doing it just to feel accepted and part of
Yes. Yeah.
society.
Yes. Hmm.
And it's almost like, again, I think our focus is a lot on the physical. I really, even when I read comments and stuff, and no disrespect to anybody, it's like we're so focused on like just the physical attributes, the way one
Hmm. Hmm.
looks, talks, and like it's, I'm like, can we go a bit deeper? Like, go, I mean, it's there. It's not like it's not there, but like it I don't know. I'm just saying.
And I'll put it to you this way. I've learning, because I won't say that it's a fully that I got this down, but that's to accept all the different variations of myself, you know? And when I say
Yeah.
that, I mean, you know what? The Hilda that's presented to you today with the rings and the makeup and the extra, as much as I am the one that comes to you without nothing, you know? Because there's sometimes, you know what, I don't put on the makeup and I don't put on the and I just whether that's in front of the camera or whether I'm presenting, what's more important is that I'm presenting authentically. That's the most important, and not so much to you, but to me,
Well,
that
that it
I'm
is
being
about
authentic
you.
because I know that you know what.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's the
It is
most
about
important,
you.
and I would
Yeah.
suggest that we all well, that you all get there, get to that place. You probably spend less money too, because a lot
That's
of the money that
true.
you're using to impress somebody
Oh
else
my
or to
God.
make yourself feel more acceptable, trust me.
You know, today it's so interesting. I'm glad you said that. Today when I was at the park, I was just in the moment and I was just having fun, no performance, just feeling it fully
Hmm.
in my
Hmm.
senses. And that's what we're talking about. The adornment, the way you dress up, it's for you. It's for you. It's to express yourself. And it will not look the same for everyone. That's what I feel like. And that's why I always wonder if it's really coming from you, it won't look the same. Not everyone looks the same these days. The contours are the same, the nose looks the same, the eyes look the same. In the past, like if you see actresses, they all looked so different. And they had natural hair, most of them. Now everybody has the same hair. Everybody has just,
Yeah.
they're all like, that tells me we're just performing somehow.
Now
And
tell
it's
me,
just different.
when
It's
you
just
go to your
different.
closet and you pick out an outfit, do you
Hmm.
look at the color first? The color that's going to match my mood or what I want my mood to be? Because that's something I do when I go to my closet. Like I picked this dress today because you know what? It kind of it matched what not. part of what my mood was, but what I really wanted my mood to be, you know?
Mhm. Well, I think there was a time when I would definitely performing, and it's been a journey, right? And it has, like, my dressing style has changed and will continue to evolve as I get to know myself deeper. But in the past, I remember, like, the way I was brought up was like, you dress up better when you go outside, and
Yes.
you dress like shit when you're at home. And me being the rebel I am, I'm like, it should be the other way. Like, we are at
Yeah.
home most of the time, we should dress better at home. And so I changed all of that by myself, and I questioned all of that. And I
Right.
actually purposefully bought stuff that I would love to wear at home because it's for me. Like, I think it started during COVID, actually. I
Yeah.
started to question all of this. I'm like, because we were at home most of the time, right? In the past, it would be like we had to go to work, um and you don't really have time. But when COVID happened and I was pushed to stay at home, I was like, I don't like this. I need to, like, I want to
Yeah.
feel good. So
Yeah.
then I experimented, and I remember I bought a lot of, because I did not stop wearing Indian clothes because it felt like a bother. I remember
Yeah.
I bought Indian clothes, got it shipped to the States.
I
Just
remember. I remember. That was fun. You
I
know
was
what?
like, I want to
It was beautiful
experience
to see you
this.
do that. Beautiful to see you do that.
I
Yes.
was like, I want to experience this. And that's what we're talking about. It's not about right or wrong. It's about, where is it coming from? And are you doing it to express yourself? Are you really enjoying it? That's the point of all of this. Even here, like, we are all gonna die. I think it's an expression of yourself,
That's what
and the
clothes will
divine.
be. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's like we're
Yeah.
temples of the divine. And so you play with it and you experiment and you explore. Um, but it's really about, I think, devotion to yourself at the end of the day, even taking care of yourself. We're not, I don't, I really have been, I'm very devoted to myself. um I take care of what I put in, what I watch, always have been. And I think that's what we're talking about. It's like, what is your relationship with yourself? Because then that's going to decide, and you're not going to let anyone come in and just, you're
Mm-mm.
not going to allow that because you don't treat yourself like that. That's why.
That's right.
And I think that we get manipulated because we don't have that relationship with ourselves.
Hmm.
So we get manipulated by others.
Definitely. Definitely.
There are a lot of comments.
Well, I think you
Mm.
should read some of the comments. What do we got going on here? Where did we leave
Okay.
off?
Num, 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 num. Okay. Um,
Nice, nonetheless, older lady. Okay, we already read that. Is it, philosophical, interesting. Okay,
it's different one for women rather than men. If we are talking about here, yeah, we talked
yeah.
about it. It's like
But you
men
know
don't
what
have
I've
to think
seen?
that much.
Listen, this is what I've seen. Because yes,
What?
it is different for women and men, but there, listen, I've seen men getting extensions. I've seen men because you
That's
can get
true.
those glued because they don't want to deal with their baldness. So I'm saying that it's an image thing. That
Mm.
image thing,
It's an
and I think
image
I'd
thing.
like to do that sometime. I'd like to poll some men to see how they really do feel about that. No, because it is
That's
about an
true.
image and it's about your,
It
your
is.
self-esteem. And they say, you know what, I feel better. That's an interesting. That would be an interesting because I don't know. I don't think it's just with women, but I think that women are. It's more with women because women are
You
it's
know
such a
why?
beauty
I
standard.
think, no, I have a theory. Because women are made receptive. So
Right?
we if we are not hmm, the kind of men in general that we have around us are responding to this, and women being receptive are kind of doing this. And why women more than men? I think men, it's my judgment that men, if they have a woman in their life, will start taking care of themselves, not before that. It's
Yeah,
the polarity
yeah.
that um, brings that side out of them. But
Mhm.
because I have seen men who don't take care, but once they have a woman in their life, it's like you want to. It's a polarity that makes us do things.
They
And
groom
women,
better. They're
yeah, and
grooming
women,
themselves better.
yeah, and women
Not
being
coming to you with hair
receptive,
coming out of their nose and stuff like that.
yeah, and women being receptive do that all the time because we really respond to the masculine and we were built that way. And that's why we need to make sure, we have the right man, right people around us because we are receivers.
Yes.
So I think that's why women more than men, or rather who have more feminine energy in them, because I have also seen women who don't give one fuck, and I have been there when I was in my super masculine. I did not care.
I was I was just thinking about some of my get ups when
Same.
some of my get ups
I
out in the
was
garden. Ooh.
proud of my tomboyishness. I took pride in it. I was like, I don't want to be a woman. Okay. So it's about energies. If you're more in your feminine, I think you will want to dress up, but it's not all again. How did you guys meet? We met through YouTube,
Yeah.
Gabrielle. A wonderful but very, very unlikely collab. I'm afraid you two are way too smart and cultured for random people shuffling through live streams. I don't think we care. I don't think
Yeah,
we care.
you know what? I believe in the law of attraction, and it's one of those things of where you know what you got to be ready for me. You got to be
Exactly.
ready for
Like
us, right?
we're just being, yeah, we're just being ourselves.
Yeah,
If you like, move on. Like it's
yeah,
fine.
yeah.
If I might be permitted a comment or advice, I heard the young lady, she was in the moment. As you get a little older, you realize that the most important resource of all is time. So we should enjoy ourselves more, no matter the circumstance or here or lack thereof.
Yeah,
I agree. I absolutely agree. And
100%.
I
I
think
agree.
and I think that comes with time and experience.
Yes.
Yeah, it's I think it's I know people practice meditation and stuff, but I feel like getting to living in the moment requires you to make a lot of changes in yourself, in your lives to get there, rather
Hmm.
than just visiting that for a few minutes or hour. I'm just
Hmm.
saying. Um, I would rather have that all my life, but we need to build to get there, I
Yeah.
think,
Yes.
rather
Yes.
than being toxic positive.
We are programmed. Everything is such a at such a pace where that spending time with yourself is
And I think the right,
difficult. It's appearing difficult to do because, and when I say,
yeah,
I don't even know if it's programmed, but there's so many things to distract today that, but in
yeah, but
taking the time, it's
but as
necessary.
you get, yeah, as you get older, and I don't think everyone subscribes to that, because I have seen older people worse than I would like them to be. I'm just saying. But
Yes.
I think as you get older, you stop giving a fuck about anything and everything. And so being in the moment feels the right thing to do. Gets
Being in the
easier.
moment, that's right. And you talk about what matters as
Talk about
opposed
what
to all
matters.
the bullshit. Like you're not talking about, yeah, you're not talking about all these issues
Yeah, you
because,
don't care.
you know,
And I think if you do, that's the work. And I feel like if you're doing the work as you're growing older, and I think that's the whole point of life,
Yes.
If you ask me,
Yes.
definitely it gets easier. But
Well,
I think what I'm seeing is that, like you said, most of us are distracting. So it doesn't matter if you're growing older because you're not really doing anything. Um,
and a lot of what we do
growing
isn't,
internally. Yeah.
it's not conscious. We're not conscious about what
Um,
we're doing. And I'm just, and yeah, I am going to go in there again. And I might get some flack
yeah.
about this,
No, no. This, please
but I'm going to go
go
in.
on. Go on.
Because if you were conscious, you wouldn't be putting a chemical on your nail bed, which is, you know what? That's a dermis. That goes right into your skin. And I want you to think about what you're covering up too when you do that. That's for the nail. I want you to think about what you're covering up with your hair, what you're not allowing to breathe,
I.
and what you're not allowing to connect. And then wanting to put something in your ass. Yeah, I'm covering it all right here. And I probably get a whole lot of flack. But then they tell me that that shit leaks out too for those that have had some problems and that it smells nasty. I'm just saying, why? Why?
Well, I am feeling. I think there are reasons. If you look at people in the indigenous tribes, even now, they don't have this concept of Western beauty standards.
Mm-mm.
And that tells me um, we're also kind of copying each other, but I feel like we all are seeking attention and our needs are not getting met. So, this is our way to get our needs met. You know what I mean? Like, if you grew
Hmm.
up in a household where where you felt um, unseen, unheard, and it doesn't apply to everyone, that's why it depends. If you did not have people in your life who actually validated you, your emotions, saw you for who you are rather than how productive or how useful you are, I think those kind of people would not have this issue. I am thinking because I feel like it's an unmet need and you want people to notice you. Why?
Because you accepted the message that your butt wasn't big enough or it wasn't good enough.
No, it's not about, I don't think it's about that. It's unconscious. We're trying to get our needs met. It's not about, and it's like the bigger the butt, the more attention that person gets. So okay, I'm gonna do that. You see what I mean? It's about
Yes,
attention.
yes,
It's not
yes,
about the butt. Because every
yes.
day trends change. Sometimes, you know, it's there's always different trends. And why? We
That's the
want
thing. It's
attention.
always
We are looking for
changing,
connection. Yeah, and
always
we're looking for
changing.
connection. And we're looking, I think that's the thing. We are looking for connection. Um, real connection. And I think because I'm looking at myself and I can be wrong, but like I'm looking at myself and I've done that and I still do that sometimes. What am I seeking? I'm seeking attention. I'm seeking connection.
Yes, yes.
And there's nothing wrong with it, but like it's something you need to ask yourself. What are you?
Well,
I
I
think we're
think
all
that
built for it.
you get to that particular place
Hold
of
on,
where
into
you
my
say, I'm good. I'll get the attention, either or, but you know what? I'm not, I don't, I'll get it, and I will not need to change anything about myself because I just got that, I've got that light, I've got that glow. And I think you get to that place and that space of where
it's
you don't need it. You don't need the, you don't, or no,
no.
let me rephrase that. Wait a minute. You don't
Yeah.
care. You get to the place of where you don't care one way or another. You get to that
I
place.
think. It's the nervous system. Our nervous systems are wrecked. And then the kind of lifestyles we have, the kind of um, the way the system is built, talked about it earlier.
But the more you heal that nervous system
But
and the
like,
more that
but
you
but
become pleasant, you don't care.
but
You
that's a
don't fit
journey.
in.
That's the journey.
Yes,
Yeah,
that is the journey. That is the journey. That's what we're talking about right there.
it's
And
a
I guess
journey.
we were both hammering at the same thing, but you do get to that place in that space. Yeah, but you got to do the work is what I'm saying. And that's why I just talked
Yeah,
about all those things, but I'm saying there's something behind it. There's something behind why is image such a big thing? And why is your self esteem tied to so many of these different things? I'm
we look at
saying,
ourselves so much these days. We did not
yes,
in the past.
yes,
Like
yes.
the social media, I think like we live in a very narcissistic
Oh,
society
yes, yes,
where it's the way you look is more important than building real connections because that demands energy and work. So you would, but we would rather expend it on how you look and then people can judge you. And that's why I was saying we live in a very narcissistic society. And I
hmm
observed myself too when I come to those kind of, I'm like, why am I thinking like this? Like, what does that
hmm
mean? If a person looks
hmm
a certain way, so what?
hmm hmm
Is that a topic of
hmm
conversation? Like, what
hmm
are you trying to do here?
hmm hmm yes.
A person is much more than how they look. And that again comes like the way Hollywood, Bollywood is like normal people have done big things in history and they weren't the most good looking. I'm just saying. And they did not have a perfect ass either,
Yes, yes. And
or perfect nails, or perfect
just
whatever.
know that a lot of your if a lot
What
of
are you?
your perceptions are coming from what you're viewing, and those standards are coming through the
It's just funny.
TV.
Yeah. Like, why are all the heroes and lead actors and actresses so
Oh my
beautiful?
God, with all the
What are we trying to
filters.
say? And then the filters and like I always think of, maybe I'm the only one thinking, I don't know. I always feel like they will make the lead people super attractive and then as their relationships grow further, less attractive. What the
Yes.
fuck does that mean? What are you doing? And that's why, like, when my mom sees me, she's like, I want your partner to be extremely attractive. I'm like, this is a movie? Is that what?
I can,
Like,
I can
does that
see
make
you
a good
saying
partner?
that, Nina. I can see
What?
you saying that. I want him to
It's
be
like,
really attractive.
hold on.
Okay.
Like,
He
when
has to
did
be
that
good.
become
He doesn't
the
have to be handy, but he has to be
acceptance?
attractive.
When did that become the acceptance criteria of a good partner? What is
Oh
wrong with
my God.
us?
That's a bonus if he's got all the other things. If
But
he's
like, that's the
attractive
first thing
too,
you see.
that's not the first thing I see.
Even
That's
women
not the
like
first thing
of
I
my
see.
age and even younger to me, that's the first thing they see. They want, and I'm not, and I've, of course, I have been there because I grew up in this environment. Right? Yeah, I had to learn. I had a learning curve there. But like, I think that if a person does not have the right qualities, even the most beautiful person looks like a devil. And
Oh
if they
yeah.
have the qualities, that's what makes them beautiful.
hmm
I don't know. It's like, what is wrong? Again, it's the same culture. You need to look beautiful. You're doing this and that and that. And people, when they see me, I think they immediately have. the notions of, oh, I'm attractive, so I
Mhm,
would be dumb. Like,
mhm, mhm. Yes,
people, I read the comments, I'm like, that's the first thing that people say. I'm like, okay,
yes, yes. I
so
know.
what? So what?
Mhm, mhm.
What? I eat the same food like you. I same
Substance,
water. Like,
substance, substance. Come on, give me some
yeah, like
substance.
that is not attractive, you guys.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
yeah, yeah.
Build some character, like personality development, your brain, frontal lobe developed. That is attractive to me.
Oh, yeah. And I can tell you because the looks will fade, especially if there's no real
Heart,
growth.
your heart.
And there's no
Yeah.
character. If the person has no character. Oh, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, your
yeah,
heart. How's your heart?
yeah, 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 yeah.
We have
Well, listen,
become
we
really
are like
shallow.
past
Oh,
the
oh
hour,
my god.
but you know what? This was
Rambling
a very
forever.
powerful. I'm still riling from it. Good
I
discussion.
didn't
Oh
even
my goodness.
check the time.
No.
See, I am in totally different mood today.
Well, you know what? I love it. I said, you know what? I'm going to tell you, you go walking in the rain again because you bring that energy. You bring that energy to the next life.
I
It's your
know,
life.
right? There's been barely any rain. So it rained today. I'm like, I'm going to take the most out of it. Like, get the most out.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
but yeah. Um Interesting conversation. I think there's a lot there, but
Absolutely.
yeah, we did touch on
I think
a
we
lot of
gave
different aspects. Yeah.
a broad spectrum
Right.
of the topic. There's definitely things that you could zone in on. And damn it, damn it, damn it, y'all got me crying again. And I didn't want that, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Big old crybaby over here. Yeah. But you know what? Tears are good. Tears are healing. Tears are always good. You know, unless they're manipulating
And that's
tears.
another
Tears are good.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I mean, why you're just being yourself, and if it comes out in the form of tears, so what? Who cares?
Hmm. Hmm.
As long as you're not manipulating
That's right.
others, like you
That's
said.
right. Yeah.
It's your thing. Do whatever. Um so yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me. It
I
was
want to thank you for you know
interesting.
what, showing up and being the Ravneet that you are, a little powerhouse. And as I said, I really didn't know how this conversation was going to go. Like I always say that, but I don't. You know what? I have these things that you know what I want to talk about, but then I guess I gotta say this. I thank the universe for connecting us together because I do love our chemistry. And folk,
Yeah.
guess what? We don't even talk about these topics, but I sent this topic to Revneet, and Revneet said, yeah, and off and away we go. So, and I want
That's
to
how we
thank
roll.
each of you that showed up in the chat today,
Thank
and
you.
you were sharing all your comments, and you are
Yeah.
appreciated. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you already haven't. And we will be going live on Saturday, which is not August 1st. It is
Yeah,
August
it is
1st.
August
Uh,
1st.
Same time, 11:30 my time. I think it's 9 o'clock your time or something like that, isn't it?
8. Yeah.
Eight your time, which is because Ravneet's in India.
Hmm.
So, anyways, yes, that will be Saturday at 11:30 my time. So whatever time you were zoning in on this one, it'll be the same time on
Same
Saturday.
time.
And as I said, and go check out Ravneet's channel and hit the subscribe button over there if you already haven't. And check out some of her content that she's got going on there because um, good content. And I thank each of you for coming out today. And if you are going to be listening to the playback, uh, hey, I hope you get something out of this. And in the meantime, make a great Wednesday. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.